You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwwann B. Intelligent ish talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door. You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwwann B. Intelligent ish talk, Intelligent Shit Talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
Leave your motherfucking feelings at the goddamn door. That's the homegirl from Westchester High School, Kendra Fountain with the voiceover. She be in the chat room sometime. Salute to Kendra. Doing all kind of work with Disney and shit as a voiceover expert. We is here, we is here, we is here. I said it right. We is here. Thank y'all for joining the chat room. What's up, Tasha? Thank y'all for joining the chat room. Today, yeah, thumbs up the video, goddammit. What's up, Knockout Noda? Yeah, we repping tonight. What's up, Bossa Queenie? Staggers Music. Thank y'all for joining. I ain't gonna be on all night tonight, but I do want to talk tonight about the importance of knowledge of self. About the importance of that. I was thinking about this stuff because, you know, I very rarely read comments. Like on this page here, I'll read some comments, you know what I mean? But reading comments after, like when I do Craig Facts and other shows, that's really not my thing. Because I feel that, you know, people have the right to see things the way they want to see it, you know? Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna love you. Some people just gonna be neutral on you, and it is what it is. Doesn't bother me either way. But every now and again, I like to, the people who dissent to the things that I say, I like to come around and ask them questions. And it's the reason why I do this. I do this because I want to see who it is, the mindset of the person that cannot stand, you know, people like me who tend to be very bold and outspoken and unapologetic. Because although we go through this life in our own way, you still don't want to be a nuisance to people. You know what I mean? As much shit as I talk, you still ain't trying to, you know, randomly just hurt people on purpose and do stuff. So sometimes, as much as I talk a whole lot. I can say things the wrong way sometimes that really offend people. Sometimes I miss the mark, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Where I say something and it ends up being a shot at the people that I don't want to offend. So sometimes I ask questions to see who it is I'm offending. 99.9% of the time, it's somebody who's not secure within themselves. Dwan, how can you say they're not secure within themselves? Because generally, these are the type of people who basically their issue is with you, not necessarily what you say, because they always mischaracterize what you say. It's an old tactic that the media does, but when the media does it, they know what the hell they doing. When your dumb ass doing it, you just being stupid. They say you said one thing, and they attack that, not what you really said. And then when you respond and you're in your manhood, they get offended. When people have differences of opinion, when people see life a different way than they see life, these people get offended. I ain't speaking as no motherfucking nigga that know it all. I'm a nigga that been through it and matured out of a lot of things. You dig? Hold on one second. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I had a quick phone call. You see this, and it's a concern of mine because it's a lot of people out there when you have an opinion on something and you guys don't have the same opinion on things, they take it as offense. And I don't get mad at these things. These things don't bother me. I just like to sometimes just see how things are. I don't really judge. I've learned how to not judge things. Give opinions. Of course, I'm very opinionated. But I don't really take my opinions that serious. You know what I mean? I don't judge. Everybody in life is at different points in their life. The person I am right now at 40 ain't who I am at 30, who I was at 30. There are ways I responded to things that didn't agree with me when I was 25 that I'll never respond to like that now as a 40-year-old. You live and you learn, you mature. So today's talk ain't really about, how can I say this? It's not really about what's the right way or the wrong way. It's just really about growth overall, wherever you are in your life, whether you've gotten past that point, still dealing with that point, that's not an issue of yours, whatever. Tonight is really about growth. That's what I really want to talk about. What's up, Guru Cam? Yeah, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. I'm not talking news today. We talking some life game today. This one of those life game talks we having right now. Just about life. And then we gonna have some questions and shit later on. And we just here to grow. That's all. This just, if, you want to be, and of course, I'm a cuss and talk shit too. But if you here for news, this ain't about news today. It's just about personal growth. I don't give a shit what your religion is, a spiritual practice. None of that shit matters to me. Just whatever it is you do it 100%. That's all I got to say. What's up, DC Static? So yeah, we talking about knowledge of self and why it's important to know yourself. When you know yourself, when you know you a rock, the wind don't bother you. You know what I mean? This is the man know thyself or some shit that when the Greeks came out through Kemet, they tried to give Pythagoras this quote, But that's not where it was. He saw that when he went through Kemet in the ancient times, on the walls of every temple, it had man know thyself. When you know you and when you know your role, other roles can't faze you. We got to remember in life, it takes 360 degrees for full information, for full knowledge. When you get at 1 degree of information, that ain't shit. You still don't know shit. Everybody got their own way of doing things. So if somebody do things their way and another person do things their way, why does that bother you? Like when they talk about our master teachers, yeah, I see a lot of times people, they'll fight over which master teacher was better than the other master teacher. Nigga, which one spoke to you the most? That's all the fuck that matters. We got to stop allowing other people's opinions to dictate your mood. You know what I'm saying? That comes through knowledge of self. So many things can be solved. So many problems we have in our life can be solved through knowledge of self. Hold on, let me get my preaching music on. Let me get my music right. My music ain't right. Shit. You know shit ain't right when the music ain't right. That's why I'm not feeling it. The music ain't right. Shouts out to Duncan Penderhughes for the new tracks. We about to go to motherfucking church. But really, this is about, this would be a lot of shit that I would see when I was at my last job, and what I see right now with my company Breakthrough, working with people. We're gonna go through some steps of what it takes to really have knowledge of self, learn yourself, and love yourself. So take out a pen and pad, all right? For those of you struggling, I charge $175 an hour for this information, but tonight I felt like giving it to y'all for free. Remember in life that when it comes down to it, your opinion is the only opinion that matters. But at the same time, your opinion don't matter at all. You got on one hand, know that if someone has a different opinion than yours, it doesn't make your opinion any less than. Your opinion on things in life is your opinion. You own it. Don't nobody own your thoughts but you. That's it. Those are yours. At the same time, be humble enough to know that your opinion can change. Matter of fact, opinions should be open to change, because when you run across new experiences in life, that can sway the way you view things. I used to be of the opinion that there were too many guns on the street and I don't need a gun, that, you know, the police, if something happens, I can just call 911. 911. If you're talking in the chat room, you're not blocked. That's a hint, all right? I don't know if I ain't blocked nobody. I don't know if Ahmad blocked anybody, but if you're talking in the chat room, you're not blocked. But you got to give yourself what you need. You got to. You can't go around looking for others to validate how you feel. Now, it's cool if somebody agrees with you. That's always cool to have agreement, because, you know, none of us likes discontent. None of us. So yeah, it is cool that motherfuckers agree with you from time to time. That's cool to have, but don't depend on that. Sometimes you're gonna be the only one that see things the way you see it. And you gotta be cool with that. You can't go around getting mad at others because they don't agree with you. That's a whole ass way to live. That's a real whole ass way to live. And also be open to changing your opinion with new information. Another whole ass way to live is to be faced with all kinds of new information, but still be stuck in the old thought pattern because you choose to be stuck there. Hold on one second. I'm turning the music up. Hold on one second. Wife just came back home, so I had to make sure she was good. But like, this is just good information just to have, and this is just me talking through a long ass time working with, communicating with families and seeing issues in families. This is a major problem I ran across when I would do my, and I still run across, doing my communication coaching with families. You know, husband or wife have an issue when the other don't agree with them. And it be goddamn World War II in the house when the other spouse don't agree with what one spouse thought. And they looking for the other spouse to compensate and believe them. And if they don't believe exactly the way they say it, the goddamn marriage is headed to divorce. Breaking up relationships with people you otherwise cool with because their opinion is different than yours. And 99% of the time, it's on some meaningless shit. It's not a difference in opinion on whether or not to whoop a child. Okay, that can be some kind of heavy. If you're going to use your hand, that could be a little heavy. You got to work that out. That's going to require some counseling on that. Not should these be over silly shit. I said we should have took this apartment and he gave me that apartment and we went to the... Lady, that was 5 years ago. Y'all still arguing over that? Well, they just don't see it the way, or they'll be talking about something that happened on the news and the husband sees it one way, then the wife says, I don't agree. Now the husband mad because she don't ever listen to me. She this, she that. Nigga, that comes from not being rooted in yourself. That right there, I think we lost so many beautiful, what would have been beautiful relationships over that right there. They don't agree with me. You gotta agree with yourself. That goes back into giving yourself those things you request from others. You can't get from other people what you haven't given yourself. How would you even recognize it if you got it? If you don't know what it is yourself. That's why so many people pass up on good relationships. They get something good, but they can't see it because they've never given themselves that first. You're right, Adrian D. People don't know their role in a relationship. You know your role when you know you. You can't conform to what other people say you should. A relationship is between two people. Y'all make the rules. And make those rules along the lines of your personality. If she has great credit, has always had great credit, as a man, you decide to marry her, your credit wasn't that good, you have issues paying bills on time, let her handle the bills. And if you don't trust her, why the fuck did you marry her? That's a whole nother issue right there. That's something else. Just making it as easy as possible. A lot of times you'll have cats that want to do everything because I'm the man, I'm in control, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Nigga, if you don't sit your ass down and let her shine where she knows how to shine, be smart about it. If you marry somebody, you get with somebody. I'm not saying anything to step on anybody else's toes. There's other people out there who talk relationships and talk this kind of stuff. They have a different approach. Their approach is for them. But me, I don't deal with image. I deal with what's real. And what's real is who we are, our essence. The unseen. You get to know yourself. It's not about how things look. Remember this: if you make your relationship about a look, that generally comes at the cost of experience. Do you want the right look or do you want the right experience? And oftentimes you can have both. Because let me tell you something. If you're having a good experience within your relationships, the look is always going to be right. You know when you run across a couple that's genuinely happy with one another. You know. Versus when you run across that couple where they both dress nice, got nice cars, smell good. You be looking at them, you be like, man, that nigga Ike Turner and that bitch at home. Not to laugh, but you see it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Everything look good. All right. I'm going to tell you something my dad told me. My dad said, you don't never be with nobody that you're scared to go home to. A lot of people out there, as soon as they get off work, they're going straight to the bar. That's why happy hour is so important. Going straight to the bar to avoid going home to misery. But it all starts with being rooted in yourself. Another thing that needs to be done as a people in rooting yourself and knowing yourself is when you get to the point to where other people's opinions don't bother you, that's how you know you're on the path or you're already right there at knowing yourself and being okay with yourself. It's okay that somebody else sees it different. It's okay that somebody else don't like you. But let me tell you something, this to you motherfuckers out there who like running around in comment sections talking about what you don't like. If somebody snap back at your ass, don't cry like a bitch. Yeah, it's cool you not like things. It's cool you express yourself. But it's also cool that people respond. Gotta stop this bitch ass shit where people run around want to say anything they want, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. The minute somebody say something in return, you want to act like a hoe. Another clear indication you don't know yourself. If you know yourself, you can go ahead and express your opinion of dissent. And if that person responds, you know how not to cry like a bitch because they responded. You'll be like, well, I did start it by saying what I had to say, so they came back at me. That was fair. One thing about me, I can get pretty petty. Sometimes, especially if I'm in my man cave smoking some weed and I'm just clearing my mind and I don't feel like really researching nothing. I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't feel like watching TV. I just want to just sit there and do nothing. Those be the moments I am the most petty. My favorite cartoon growing up was Heathcliff. When I was a child, you know why I love Heathcliff so much? Because all Heathcliff did was get out of bed and fuck with people. Nigga, do y'all know I still watch Heathcliff? Heathcliff was coming on Stars for a while. So I recorded the whole series. All them episodes on my DVR. Like I still will. Bugs Bunny was my other favorite cartoon. I like Bugs because Bugs woke up and went to sleep fucking with people. I didn't fuck with Mickey Mouse. He was a sissy to me. I like Bugs Bunny because he woke up out of bed to fuck with people. So please understand this. I have matured a lot, but I have not matured all the way. I promise you, I have not matured all the way. What's up, Jaron? 99% of the time, I don't read comments because I know how petty I can be, and I'm okay with people having the freedom to dissent or say what they have to say. I read these comments for this show, but for the other shows I don't read the comments. But when I do decide to read the comments, I can promise you I am going to have fun with your ass. I will. I'm going to have a lot of fun too. And I don't want to see you crying like a bitch because I decided to have fun with your ass. You started it. You started, I finish it. Niggas think just because you read a few books and like teaching that I can't have fun fucking with people. Motherfuckers think just because you on the internet saying some shit, you can just throw your little grape-sized jabs and just twiddle your little pansy ass off into the sunset. No, not to fuck with me. Not when I got time. I'ma have fun with your ass. For real, for real. And I'ma win too. I'm not, nigga, I was on the debate team in college. I did this shit for grades. That's just what I do. That's just what I do. But also, we gotta, and I said this a little earlier, but we gotta be true to this. You gotta learn how to divorce yourself from your opinions. Like me, this is me also. Like, people be thinking just because I speak so staunchly and so matter-of-factly. Well, I speak that way because I do. I spend a lot of time researching and reading. It was funny, I just got a text. I know he won't mind me saying this, but I just got a text from Brandon. You know Brandon from Craig Facts? Shouts out to Brandon, man. I love B. B got a lot of shit going on, so he ain't been able to fuck with us because he got a whole other thing going on right now. Can't wait. Hopefully we see that motherfucker again. But B just texted me. He's watching a documentary on Quincy Jones. And he's like, remember that episode of Craig Facts when you were saying that Quincy was the one that that Count Basie was the one that put everybody on? He was like, man, Quincy Jones just said that in his documentary. I said, yeah, nigga, I've been studying this music shit since I started teaching myself how to play the drums at the age of 14. I'm 40. Yes, I'm also a stand-up comedian. But Brandon was like, he was just texting me. He was like, man, you was right. I remember on Craig Facts that episode when everybody was arguing with you about Frank Sinatra and you stood your ground about Count Basie. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. Everybody was niggas really tried to argue with me on music history. They was really trying to give Frank Sinatra the credit when I was like, no, nigga, it was Basie. We must never allow that to happen. And for you insecure idiots who get mad at me for over-talking motherfuckers, yes, I'm going to continue to over-talk when something ain't factually right. God damn it. You got a problem with it? Go cry to your mama. If something's not factually right, I'm going to stand on mine. So B watching a documentary right now. He's like, I remember that argument we had and everybody was mad at you. Like, yep. I knew I was right. And it's not about me being right. It's the fact that I honor history. I really do. And if I'm wrong and somebody can prove it, I humbly bow out. Because it's not about me, it's about the information. It's about the information. It's not about me. If you got information tell me I'm wrong, I'm going to humbly say you right, because the last thing I want to do is intentionally mislead people. Now, there are, of course, times I'm going to make mistakes. I'm most definitely going to put my foot in my mouth from time to time, because I talk so goddamn much. I know I'm a fuck up, but I don't do it intentionally. Salute, I Smoke Hip Hop. Salute to you, brother. Nigga, I don't look nothing like DeMar Rosen. What kind of horrible ass joke was that? Larry Smith? Let's put this nigga's face up on the screen. This nigga Larry Smith look like Down syndrome Big Jaw. Look at this nigga right here. How many teeth you got in your mouth, nigga? 78? This nigga got a piranha tooth. God damn, this nigga has like 96 teeth in his mouth. Calling me a diabetic DeMar DeRozan. If you don't get your U-turn from the show Weeds looking ass out of here, this nigga looking right here, looking like this motherfucker right here calling me, you don't sit your goat mouth having ass down, nigga. Looking like Snack O'Neal in this bitch. This motherfucker talk about diabetic. Nigga, you are 2 ice cream bars away from a coma. This nigga look like former Utah Jazz power forward Antoine Carr. I can't see, people be thinking that, look, as a fat dude, I get offended when ugly niggas try to call me fat. Like, yeah, I can lose this fat, but you can never lose that ugly nigga. God damn. You look like you artificially inseminate goats for a living. Like you put goat sperm on the edge of your fist and you be fisting goats on a farm somewhere. Nigga, you look like you lost a fight to a 2x4 with a can of black paint on the end of it, wet. If you don't sit your clown ass down, nigga, them big ass teeth. All right, what was I talking about? Back to what we were talking about. I appreciate that I smoke hip hop. I appreciate that, my brother. Rest in peace to your people. Your cousin and her dad died 2 days apart, man. Rest in peace to your people, man. I feel you, man. It's a lot of death going on right now. It's a lot of death going on right now. Salute to anybody going through it. We comics, we lost 3 people in the last month. Tony Baker's son, Saren. We lost Nick. Rest in peace, Nick. That was my nigga right there, man. We lost Foo. But it looks like, so rest in peace to them. It looks like I didn't know the other 2 his white people that died with Foo, but I did know Kate Quigley. She looks like she's gonna make it. I talked to her on Twitter today. She's good people. But rest in power to all you guys out there. Rest in power to anybody going through it. Sebastian Shaw said that nigga looked like Jay Ali. Hey, Sebastian, that shit was funny. He said the homie looking like Jay Ali. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Stay ready. That's why I've learned, I thanked my wife the other day. I've really learned to see death differently. Death used to really fuck with me, but I've gotten real clear on what that is in the last 10 years. And so, it doesn't bother me anymore. And it bothers me when people die, but I don't wear the emotional baggage the way I used to. But that was an evolution also of thought. That's why I say it's always great to be open to being able to change. As staunchly as I talk, nigga, I'm open to change. Anybody who watches this show regularly, it's been times people have made comments in the chat and I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Then I'll go and do some research on it and it'll change the direction of some of the things that I say. Cause knowledge is infinite, man. It ain't no knowing all this. Salute to you, Larry Smith. It's all in love, my brother. It's all in love, man. Salute to you for being a good sport. Salute to you, my brother. Big love to you. And big love to all y'all. I thank y'all. For real, for real. This show is really just about, I'm really going off the top of my head right now, just really expressing my feelings on the importance of knowing yourself. Because I'm speaking from the point of view of someone who at one point did not know who I was. And through not knowing who I was, it altered how, it really controlled my perception in life. I'm speaking to you as someone who's evolved through it and who's helped a lot of people evolve through it. I'm speaking from my heart. Damn, Bug Shelton, I'm glad you're okay. You say you almost died recently, man. I'm glad you're okay, my brother. We love you here at Hotepish Incense and Ashtrays. We love you, my brother. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're good. But I'm saying this because, you know, we all got areas to grow. I had a good conversation with Kendall today. Y'all know Kendall, the hypnotist. Go back to the video I did with her. It's a few months back. And watch that interview and give her a call. She's great. And thank you to everyone who's already called her. She doesn't tell me. She told me today that a lot of people from the show has been giving her a call and going through sessions. I'm gonna let y'all know. She never tells me the name. She'll just say thank you that you had someone else call. But she's a true professional. She don't tell me who went to go see her, and I don't ask, because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I just want people to heal themselves. And if I have a way or a resource or someone that can help you heal yourself, I'm going to point you in that direction because I love y'all. I love y'all the way I love myself. I love myself first. So through loving myself, I love you guys. I see the God in you guys because I understand the God in myself. So look up Kendall. Go back and look down the channel Hypnosis. And what she does is her style of hypnosis, she's gonna have you answer a lot of questions. And she really gets to the root of what's going on, because the reason why I provide these resources is because not knowing yourself is really, honestly, it's not your fault. At some point, you got to take responsibility. I'm not saying it because it's not your fault you don't know yourself, but at some point, you got to take responsibility and find it. We live in a world that purposely keeps us separated from ourselves. We understand white supremacy, but to add another layer to it, capitalism. There is no way capitalism can work with a populace that understands and knows itself. See, what I'm talking about isn't a black issue. This is a human issue. I just happen to have a black audience. But wherever you are, whoever you are, this message is for you. You get too many people out here trying to act like all issues start and end with black people. See, man, black folks need to do this. And if black folks do, you other people, man, they got their shit together. It's just black folks that's going around killing each other. It's just black folks buying fake hair. Motherfucker, white people buy weeds more than black people. Capitalism requires the population not understand itself. Because if you know who you are, you understand that there's no material object that can validate you. It don't matter what you drive, what cars you wear, or what clothes you wear, what neighborhood you live in, you're gonna be you. Now, there's not preaching against having nice things, because Lord knows I like nice things. But loving nice things to please yourself is different than buying things you can't afford to please others. What's up, James Hudson? What's up, Kirko in the chat room? What's up, Quan S? What's up, Magnetic? See, we can tell people to stop wearing fake weaves, stop wearing fake nails. That's okay. But the question is, how do you get there? You get there through knowing yourself. Again, it goes back to self. What's your relationship with self? If someone don't like what grows out their head, they're not going to stop wearing weaves. There's some people who wear weaves and I'm not saying just because they wear weave, they don't like it. It's some women who wear weaves just because they feel like changing it up. I'm not criticizing either way. Some women wear weaves because their hair they may be on a certain medicine that has their hair falling out. Have you ever thought about that? The medicines out there that have women's hair falling out. So maybe they got to put that wig on because they don't want to walk around looking like George Jefferson. Hell, I wish Lori Lightfoot would wear a goddamn weave. That's Sammy Davis Jr. looking bitch right there. God damn. Lori Lightfoot, mayor of Chicago. She looked like B.J. Armstrong's granddaddy, former Bull. So I'm not here to criticize the end result. The fake hair, the fake nails, the needing Versace to feel good. That's down the line. The root of it is, how do you see yourself? I got this lesson kind of through experience. I talked about this on Craig Facts yesterday. When I was in my early 20s, I really did I still buy a lot of cars. Like I don't keep a car more than 3.5 to 4 years, 3 years max usually, because I drive a fuck ton. But I like nice cars. But I remember when I bought my first Audi A4, I was like 21. I bought an Audi A4, and I was like 22. Brand new. But at that age, I bought that because I was trying to impress other people. It wasn't about me, it was about the look. And that car gave me hella problems. Then I bought the A6. That wasn't about me, that was about the look. I was in my 20s and I wanted shit to look a certain way. And about 6 months into having that Audi A6 and paying that $780 a month note, which at the time I got the car wasn't a big deal. Paying that note, that wasn't a big deal at all. But I asked myself, for what? Who is this for? Who is this really for? And I had to get real with myself. And I kind of looked in the mirror, and the nigga didn't really like who he had become, honestly. A nigga looked in the mirror and was like, I'm not having the fun I used to have, and I'm getting more vain, and I don't like this shit, man. What the fuck going on? I had to go through that to realize it's not about the materials. It's about me. So now it's different. I have a different relationship with this kind of stuff. So when I get a lot of nice things now, but I enjoy it. It's not about how it looks to other people. It's about how I enjoy it. I'm telling y'all right now, we had this poor righteous teacher talk yesterday on Craig Facts. I'm telling you right now. I got a lot of shit going on in music and in business right now. If this shit take off the way I see it taking off, I know it. Ain't no if. This shit gonna blow up because I'm DwannBrown motherfucking Brown. I put my mind to it. It's gonna happen. That's just the way it happens. You dig? But when the shit blows the way I know it's gonna blow, you better bet I'm gonna have some nice ass cars and big ass house. You motherfucking right? God damn it! You ain't gonna see me over here fake struggling to make your insecure ass feel good. Nope. Why should I humble myself and lower myself because you don't know yourself? Magnetic, you got a DeVille? Magnetic, you sound, man, you's a real, that's a nigga right there. That motherfucker got a DeVille, ain't buying a new car. I love y'all. I swear to God, I love this chat room. I got some real niggas in here, dog. I love niggas. I swear to God. And if you don't like that word, that's your problem. Hey, don't come preaching to me. I know the value I assign to that word. If you assign a different value, that's your fucking problem, not mine. Don't come to me with it. Fuck you. Niggas. Yeah, knockout noted the price of cars did go up. I'm glad I got mine because the chip shortage had been going on. And again, salute to B12, Brandon, and Tony. I was like, man, because I had my Honda Accord for 3.5 years, and like the registration was coming up. I was about to need some new tires, and this car is still in good shape. It's a Honda Accord, but I bought it brand new with 0 miles, and in 3.5 years, I put 115,000 miles on that motherfucker. So I was like, you know what? I want something new. And they were like, we got a chip shortage going on. So I was waiting. And then a couple weeks ago, I said, fuck this shit. I'm going to go buy this car today. And I got the last Honda Accord Touring Edition that they had on the lot, hybrid. The last one, I got the Touring Edition because it has that luxury ride. It don't have that regular Honda ride. It got the Acura ride. That shit smooth than a motherfucker. I got it. Nigga, the salesman called me 3 days later and said Honda just said it cut its production by 40%. And the price of the car rose 20% over that weekend. Had I not gotten the car on that Thursday before I went down to Craig Facts, nigga, I would have spent 20% more if I waited until Monday. But let me tell y'all now and save this. Save this video. When my shit blow up and y'all see me in all kinds of nice cars, don't talk about me not giving back to the black community. Not when I was driving down through South Central Los Angeles. When I started my last job, I had a fucking Audi A6. I had a $70,000 car driving to the Imperial Courts projects to work with children. I ended up getting rid of that motherfucker. You don't keep no Audi. Them motherfuckers is temperamental like a bitch. And I went and got a Tahoe after that. But if you went around in 1995, before I started driving, when I would have my mama wake up on Saturday morning to drop me off at King Drew Medical Center as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 17-year-old, 20-year-old. Well, I was driving myself by the time I got 20. But as an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, when I was on the bus, if you weren't there, my mama was taking me from the Crenshaw district down there to King Drew Medical Center in pre-gentrification Watts every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in the Denzel Washington pediatric wing of the hospital, tutoring children as a 15-year-old, tutoring 7-year-olds. If you weren't fucking with me then, don't say shit about what I got now. Nigga, I worked at Hathaway Sycamores in South Central LA 2009 to 2019 before gentrification. One kid in the jungles, my next client in the Nickerson Gardens, my next client in the Jordan Downs Project, and my final client of the day in the Pueblos. Doing that 5 times a day. Them not coming to your office, you having to go to them projects and deal with children who got one foot in a mental institution and the other foot in jail. And question me and my commitment to the black community, man. You think I'm bullshitting? All you gotta do is go back on my Instagram. I got a video of me back in 2012 before you niggas knew who I was. Live on Grape Street in 103rd. Going to go see one of my clients. In white and red Jordan 3s. Live. Showing people that the hood, if you have respect for the hood and you come to the hood with good intentions, the hood will love you back. Go back and watch my Instagram from damn near 10 years ago. Shit. Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self. And the last thing I want to talk about on this knowledge of self journey, you want to make sure that you give the humanity to others that you would like in return. Some people say treat others the way you want to be treated. However the fuck you say it, whether you like Confucius or Jesus or whatever, Buddha, whoever, whichever one of the master teachers you fuck with said it, do that. My way of saying it is give the humanity to others that you see in yourself. If you believe the black community is done, that means in some way you believe you're done. Because how can you say a group is done that you're in if you don't quite see that in yourself? That's all I'm gonna say to that. I don't believe the black community is done because I know I ain't done. Like, I know what's kicking in me, goddammit, and it's far from done. I'm in the black community, so if I'm in it, I'm kicking. Shit, that mean we good. Because if I feel this way about myself, I know there are others that do too. And I will coalesce around others of a like mind, like we all do. We all meet in life the exact reproduction of our own thoughts. Go listen to that song by Funkadelic. It's called Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts. If you're a hip, it may sound weird to you because it's a guitar and it's George Clinton talking with a bunch of reverb. It's a great song to listen to while you high or on mushrooms, especially if you're on mushrooms. It's a song by Funkadelic called Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts. It's a very metaphysical song. It's very, but it talks about that. God looks for its unfoldment in man. You meet in life the exact reproduction of your thoughts. So if you see there's a bunch of haters around, if everybody's hating on you, if you're the person that goes around saying everybody's hating, do you know what you need to do? Internal self-work, because that means there is some hater in you that's attracting these haters to keep coming around you. If you think we as a group are hopeless, that means that vibrates with somewhere within you a bit of hopelessness. And I'm not saying this to pile on anybody or to make anyone feel bad. I'm saying this is because if you feel that way, this is an opportunity for you to face that. Face them negative thoughts. That shit can be real ugly and painful too, I know. Trust me, I know. That's why I recommend therapy. That's why I recommend you call Kendall. Hypnosis is some real shit. It'll get you right to that subconscious. The subconscious is 90% of your brain activity. The subconscious is what makes your hair grow, your nails grow. It's what helps you breathe at night when you sleep, your heartbeat. When you cut yourself, it's what creates that scab. You don't have to think about none of that because the subconscious is always at work. Well, the subconscious is always at work when it comes to the decisions that we make in life also. And if you're making, decisions that you don't agree with, therapy is a way to get to it. And I recommend hypnotherapy. It gets to it a lot faster. If you feel that you're hopeless, let me tell you, the fact that you breathing, brother or sister that feels that way, that means you still winning. It's only no hope when you stop breathing, homie. Let me tell you something. Whatever challenges you face, you have within you the solution. That's why you'll never hear me running around talking about, man, you gotta walk 1,000 miles in my shoes for you to know what my pain. It ain't my job to know your pain, nigga. It's your job to know your pain and face it and fix it. Everybody has their own thing. And what may seem trivial to you is somebody else's lifelong journey to solve. So while you criticizing them for not solving something that you good at, they running circles around your ass in the area that you're most vulnerable and weak. Comes back to knowing yourself, man. And we as black folks, we the least knowing ourselves people on the planet. But we the ones that need to know ourselves the most because we got the dopest shit to know. And if you one of them people, man, don't say black, man. We not black, man. We really Aboriginal Moors, you dig? Shut the fuck up, all right? I understand language probably deeper than you. When you're speaking to people, you speak to them in terms that's going to make it digestible to them so they can get the fucking message. It's not about how smart you are and telling about everybody else how wrong they are. I know that there are different classifications. There are Moors, there are Hebrews, there are Chickasaw, there are Algonquin, Cherokee. I know that, look, we've been on this planet. We're the first people on this planet, goddammit. We got tens of thousands of names we've called ourselves that we've long since forgotten. Names that don't even translate into English that we've called ourselves. When I use the word black, it's so we can get the message and get the fuck on. Don't be one of them other, no, brother, what you can't do is you can't use that word, and I know history better than you because you use these words and I use those words. If you don't get your proper garment wearing ass out of here, Hebrew Israelite nigga, and no disrespect to y'all, but I ain't arguing with you niggas. Don't be that nigga. Don't be that nigga. And another thing, going back to knowing yourself. Going back to knowing yourself. Don't be that nigga that go around just because you got more, and I say this all the time and I'm gonna keep saying it. Just because you got a little more information than the next black man, you wanna run around and put your nose in the air and talk about what you know and what the next person don't know and why people need to get on your level. Man, sit your ass down. Know yourself. Your insecurities are blurting everywhere, homie, sister, tranny, whatever sex you calling yourself. If you know more than the next man, teach him something and move the fuck on. Again, give others the humanity you would like to in return to receive yourself. That goes back to that point. We're all 5 years old at some area in our life. All of us. Matter of fact, we're 5 years old in most areas of our lives because we don't know most things there are to know. We just know what we know. So if you're 5 years old, what does a 5-year-old do? The beauty of a 5-year-old, see, there's the thing. The beauty of a 5-year-old is this. A 5-year-old knows he doesn't know. The 5-year-old knows she doesn't know. The 5-year-old is eager to learn. The 5-year-old cannot wait to understand. They rush to understanding. I know that I'm 5 years old in most areas of my life, so I rush to understanding. And because of that, I understand a fair amount of things. God has given me the ability to recall information well. God's blessed me with that ability. That's one of my strengths that I have. So that's why I'm in this space where I talk so much, because God blessed me with the ability to have an elephant's memory, an elephant's stomach too. But God's given me that gift. That's a gift that I have that I'm very humble about. I'm not arrogant about my gift. And matter of fact, I'm just now learning to call it a gift because so many people, family have been telling me this for a long time. I just didn't want to believe it. I had to learn how to accept my gift. So when you see me blurting out information, that's just me walking in my gift. It's something that you do that I cannot fuck with. And I know that. There are lots of things that you do that DwannBrown can't fuck with. And I understand that. So I give others the humanity I want in return. I respect all of y'all and everything you have to say, unless you're being disrespectful to me. Now, when you've been disrespectful, then I'll probably win that game. Because people forget I started in comedy. I don't do comedy like I used to, but that's where I started, nigga. You know what I mean? You got to remember that you're 5 years old in most areas of your life. And the reason why I'm able to remember information and recall information so well, on top of my gift, is because I know that I don't know. So when I'm getting information, I listen. And then once something makes sense to me, I then read further. I don't depend on the person giving me the information to tell me everything. Nigga, just point me in the direction of the book you got that from, and I'm gonna take over. And then I'm gonna read the references from that book that I got. Because that book probably got a references to another 30 or 40 other books. That's how I get down. Yeah. Yeah, Jordan, man, I'm glad you said that. You accept your gift. Accept your gift, nigga. Yeah. It took me a long time to accept my gifts. And I really wouldn't have got here. Honestly, I wouldn't have got here without my wife. I'm talking to y'all like I'm all big and bad. I had a wife that believed in me. It still does. And when I'm down on myself, she remind me of who I am. And she remind me that she wouldn't marry no jive ass nigga. This show that I'm doing right now is something that I really, really was on my heart to do 12 years ago. But 12 years ago, I didn't have the resilience. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the resolve to keep going. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear what I had to say. I was like, man, people would always tell me, other comics, I be doing my jokes on stage. Man, Dwann, you need a podcast, man. You just be recalling shit. You know how to explain it. Here I am. I know how to explain it. I know how to do it funny. I got a motherfucking college degree in it. Still telling myself I ain't good enough. You would think if a nigga got a whole ass degree in something that he loves, he'd be fast to get on YouTube and do a podcast or blog talk radio at the time. Nope. I'd always start then stop because I didn't accept my gift. And I suffered for it. But I suffered lessons that I ultimately learned. Nothing wrong with suffering, folks. All that matters is, did you learn the lesson? It don't matter how long you suffered. All that matters is, it's two things. Did you learn the lesson? Or if you haven't learned the lesson, are you on the journey to find out what that lesson is? That's where the rubber meets the road. Did you meet it? Or if you haven't met it, are you on that journey to meet it? Again, which is why I recommend therapy. And that's also why a nigga take mushrooms. You dig? I told y'all earlier about guns, how at one point I was anti-gun. I believed I used to be a heavy Democrat, hardcore Democrat. Why did they vote for Al Gore? Obama's gonna save us. I used to be that nigga, man. It's back, and I was always pro-black, but I believed in Obama at some point. Cognitive dissonance, even though I understood political science, I thought Obama was gonna be different. And no, we don't need any guns on the streets because, we can't stop violence with violence. You gotta stop violence with love. Now I'm looking at myself. I'm over here holding my brand new Smith & Wesson 38 special snub nose for up close and personal encounters. Thinking, boy, how much have I changed? But I'm so happy with the change because the change came from an open mind. Y'all hear that? That's that snub nose clicking. It's not loaded. It's not loaded. It's not loaded. I'll never be walking around with a loaded gun while I'm doing the podcast. I just bought this motherfucker. I just picked it up yesterday, so I'm looking at it. I just have it sitting on my computer desk, just looking so pretty. No, it's not loaded. I'm in the house. If I heard some funny activity, that's why I got a shotgun for in this house. That motherfucker's loaded with buckshots. My little 9, my little 38, this ain't loaded. This is not loaded. You right, Bug Shelton? Obama taught us a lesson again. I'm glad you said that, my brother. Open-mindedness. We all thought one thing with Obama, but those of us with an open mind, we said, hold on. I know I thought one thing, but this shit didn't turn out like that. The closed-minded folks, they only thing is, so did you want more Trump? But what about Trump? Nigga, stick to the goddamn topic. Yes, I do give one-on-one consultation meetings. Thank you for asking. I really don't be promoting everything that I do enough. Honestly, I have a web guy that it's certain things on my website that just aren't functioning properly. That's probably why I haven't been promoting it, because I have a booking system all online and it has not been working properly, so I have not been promoting. But yes, I do. I do offer one-on-one consultations by the session or by the month. Here's my website. Go to breakthroughas.org. Email me info@breakthroughas.org, and we can set up a time. My sessions are $175 a session. But I don't hold you long like a therapist. You may be going to therapy for 2 years. My services shouldn't last that long. A couple months maybe. You can book by the session or you can book by the month. But I get in and I get out. And I give you a fuck ton of resources while I'm in and out. I'm not here to be in your life for 2 years when I do my one-on-one sessions and my family sessions. So this is even on my website. The most important relationship in life is the relationship with yourself. That's me quoting me. I came up with that shit after all these years doing what I do. Because I found out I could not solve and help anyone in their relationship with their spouse, with their children. Even when I do work with corporations, it all starts with self. That's my wife right there in the picture, but she don't like being in pictures like that. So she's like, please crop me out. So I did. But the reason why I'm smiling that hard is because I'm with my favorite person on earth. That's why my smile is so big. But yeah, I'll get you right. Bathhouse Barry. That's funny. Yep. So yeah, this is my website. Buy in, don't drop out. You right to tell us everything about Dr. King except for that burning building quote. You right about that. What y'all talking about in the chat room? I'm going to end this part what I'm saying because I'm going to get to y'all in the chat room. But basically, like I said, the most important relationship in life is your relationship with yourself. That's my whole purpose of what we're talking about right here. Love yourself. Know that if you're still living, if you're still breathing, that means you still got an opportunity to win. It don't matter where the fuck you are. It matter where you're going. And where you're going, you dictate that by your actions today. Know that whatever you're going through in life, I promise you, you have the tools within you to win. No matter how big that shit seems. Period. I appreciate that, Skew Raider. This nigga Westside Chicago in the chat room talking about Nelly. Why are you talking about Nelly? Man, fuck Nelly and his music. That motherfucker didn't say no shit. Man, this nigga talking about Nelly as if he Marvin Gaye. Man, get Nelly out of here and that Band-Aid under his chin. That nigga Nelly look like former Charlotte Panthers wide receiver Steve Smith. If you don't bring up Nelly again, I'ma get my cleanest pair of Air Force Ones, my cleanest purr, and stick them up your ass. This nigga talking about Nelly. We talking about knowledge of self. This nigga talking about Nelly. Nelly was trash. So was that comment. I never in a million years thought I'd see somebody coming in talking about Nelly. This nigga came in and did a somersault dive on the sword for Nelly. You must be one of the Saint Lunatics, nigga. You must be one of the Saint Lunatics. Nigga, did Nelly use his advance money, nigga, to pay for your dialysis or something? What the fuck? I'm over here talking about knowledge of self, and this nigga talking about Nelly. What's going on with Nelly right now? They said Nelly, his mansion that he got with him and all the Saint Lunatics is crumbling. Let's see what's going on with Nelly. This is exactly what his music catalog has come to. The shit is crumbling. No disrespect to Nelly, but that music he was releasing was whack. It was whacked in, but it did have a beat. So niggas danced to his music for like 6 months, 9 months. Now nobody, and through the rest of music history, no one will ever be checking for Nelly's music. You're never gonna hear a 6-year-old. You're never gonna hear a 16-year-old like, "Hey mama, go and put on some of that old Nelly." I got 15-year-olds asking me all the time about that I work with about Funkadelic or about Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I've never worked with I have a 15-year-old client right now. We talk music all the time. That 15-year-old has never said, "Hey, what about that guy Nelly?" Oh shit, I ain't shit for that, man. Salute to Nelly. This ain't even about Nelly, man. I'm just laughing my ass off. This nigga brought up Nelly. You right, Quana, straight off topic. Lord. This nigga brought up Nelly. Lord. What was we talking about, y'all? Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is knowing that it's okay that you don't like Nelly. Hey, real talk, skew out of old McDonald had a Bentley. Mommy, andale, la de ia, uh-oh. If you don't get that nursery rhyme out of here. You right, Skew Raider. This old Nelly old nursery rhyme quoting ass. Come on, man. I know Mary had a little old lamb when I hear it. Back to what we talking about. Knowledge of self. What questions or comments do you guys have regarding knowledge of self in the chat room? What do you got to say about, people that be all hella insecure and mad at you because you said something that they don't like? Let's talk about it. 323-744-7425. I'm only gonna take like 1 or 2 calls because I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon. That's right, buddy. Say your children know what and who the public enemy is. You right about that? That's good teaching, my brother. That's good teaching. Some good teaching. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying this discussion was a blessing because, I thought about that after just seeing people, and I'm like, I'm not here to clown. Like, I like clowning and cracking jokes, but I always know this too. When I clown and crack jokes, that shit ain't never personal. I like jokes. The only thing I don't like is unfunny jokes. I get mad, especially when y'all say unfunny fat jokes. Fat jokes are so easy. That bothers me. Unfunny fat jokes. But I just be talking shit. I appreciate that, host, DiCarlo. Hey, y'all see what Professor Black Truth said on YouTube? They had his YouTube and his Twitter shut down. But he's going to be coming up with some new addresses pretty soon. Salute to Professor Black Truth. And salute to Jason Black. Jason Black was in yesterday's chat at Craig Facts. I told you yesterday was one of the few times I went back and I don't ever go back and watch shows. But that brother we interviewed with the music, he said some interesting dope shit. I kind of wanted to just go back and hear what he had to say about the music. Y'all know me, I'm a music historian. So anytime I hear somebody talking about music, I'll listen to that shit 3 or 4 times to make sure I commit it to memory. But yeah, Jason Black was in the chat room. Salute to Jason Black, man. Oh, he was in Corey's chat room too? 5150 like a motherfucker. Yesterday's episode of 5150 was pretty good. I gotta go back and finish it. I'm like an hour. I'm like halfway through Darlene's loose talk about bullshit. I haven't gotten to the intermission yet. But I want to see what happens with Marcus. That's my nigga Al Green. Back when I was doing this show at the radio station 2 years ago, before I started promoting it, when I was actually at a radio station, Al Green had come on the show a couple times. I haven't had him on since I've been on YouTube. But when I used to be at the radio station, Al Green was on the show a couple times talking about those hair units. It was dope seeing him get an opportunity on 5150. Y'all need to fuck with Al Green. He a funny nigga, a real good nigga too. Fuck with Al Green. And when y'all see Al Green, tell that nigga Dwan sent you. That's my nigga right there, Al Green. When this corona shit hit real hard last year, he was going through some shit, man. I hit up Al. He was going through, I ain't gonna put his business out there. He was going through some shit. I hit my nigga Al up. He came through the house. Nigga, we ordered some Wingstop and smoked blunts for like 6 hours. Just wings and blunts and just talking man shit. Real life shit. You know what I mean? How we black men really do. Damn what the media say. But that was a special day to me. Al came by the house. We just talked like men for a long time and smoked. He a good nigga, so I was really glad to see him on 5150. It's Al Green with the E on the end. That's my nigga right there. So make sure y'all support anything. Oh, see, Star be on it. Star got his Instagram. Tell that nigga Al Green that DwannBrown said, I needs to fuck with y'all. Y'all need to fuck with him and anything he got going on. And anything Al Green got going on, fuck with him and tell him I sent you. And also at the same time, if you see Slink Johnson, I said it before, I'll say it again. If you see Slink Johnson, AKA Black Jesus, go up to him and say, Dwan said, fuck you. All right? If you ever see, Slink is like 6'8". If you ever see Slink Johnson, go up to him and say, Dwan said you ain't shit. Because Slink ain't. He a sorry motherfucker, man. If you ever see Slink Johnson, or if you see Slink Johnson on Instagram, if you see him on IG Live, tell him Dwan B said, go to hell. And watch how he responds. That's my nigga Slink Johnson. But tell him I said he ain't shit. I tell Slink he ain't shit every time I see him. Hell, Hell, I told Slink he ain't shit on this show. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Go back and watch it. Look, do y'all know Slink became an ordained minister on this show right here? Do y'all know that? Yes, go back. It's like 2 years ago now. Year and a half ago. Slink Johnson became an ordained minister on this show. And he's since done a wedding. Look it up. I was with my boy Reggie. Reggie was somebody who I met from the weed. I know him through, he's working this weed shop. We became cool because he started working at my weed shop like 10 years ago. And we just became cool away from the weed shop. Thank you for the cash app, Ladarian, my bad. Ladarian, thank you. But Reggie is now works for the union. California has a weed union. Yes, if you're working the medical industry out here in LA, California, you're probably part of a union. And this nigga Reggie works for the weed union. So on this very show right here, Reggie showed Slink how to become an ordained minister. And Slink took the ordained minister test on this show live. When I was back at the radio station, he took the ordained minister test live on the show and passed. That episode was funny as hell. And I think we had Larry on the phone line during that episode. Larry was on the phone. What's up, Delano L? But yeah, go back and watch where Black Jesus became an ordained minister on this very show. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, but fucks with Al Green, man. Tell that nigga Al Green said, nigga, Dwan says you a good nigga. Inbox Al Green that. Dwan said you a good nigga, and I fucks with you. I'm telling y'all right now, I vouch for Al Green personally. I vouch for that dude and anything he has going on. What's up, Emmanuel Heath? And Al Green's a smart nigga too. He a smart dude. He's a very smart dude. He's a great person to talk to. You said you randomly saw him at Mr. Fry's in Gardena. Hey, Mr. Fry's, that's right around the corner. I ain't been to Mr. Fry's in a minute. I saw Mr. Fry's, man, had this new shrimp crab fries. I saw that shit on his Instagram like last week. I'm like, man, I ain't been to Mr. Fry's in shit at least a year. I might go by there tomorrow. Yeah. But that's all I want to talk about today. Thank y'all for listening. We're going to be on Craig Facts tomorrow. You know, I got my t-shirts. Rebels for the Cause. I got my book, No Time to Waste. Got my webinar, Communicating Racism with Children. And let me know. Email me. Y'all see the website. Get ready to do another webinar. I got a few different topics I kind of want to talk about regarding family communication, like communicating with your family. Email me some interesting topics that you maybe want me to get on in a webinar about and go really into deep detail. Email me. Nah, Emmanuel Heath, Craig ain't got a snub nose. That nigga got a 357 Magnum nose. That motherfucker. You see that nigga Craig's nostrils? Yeah, That nigga Craig sneezed 45 shells. I appreciate that, Quanis. It's always a pleasure having you in the chat room and everyone else. But when it comes to relationships, let me know. Email me if you have any ideas you want my next webinar to be on, or send me in the chat room. Put them in, or don't email me, or put them in the comments after the show. Hell yeah, Nelly was hyped by the industry. They hyped Nelly at the expense of a rapper who was actually saying some shit other than nursery rhymes. Let me stop talking about Nelly, because I actually ain't got no issues with Nelly. We were just having fun on that show talking shit. I do believe everything I said about his music, but I ain't got no issues with Nelly the man. Nelly seemed like a good nigga. I just couldn't stand his music. Yeah. But remember this. I'm about to get the fuck up on out of here. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages. For those who are willing to pick up the game. My name is Dwan B. We out.